Hello and welcome to another episode of Comics with Stevey D. This is Upside Down. This is episode 28. It's the all Hawkeye issue. Alright. Let me put them on the easel and get this thing adjusted a little better. There we go. Hawkeye Clint Barton, orphaned at a young age. Him and his brother were in an abusive orphan home, and they ran away and joined the circus. While at the circus, they met up with the swordsman, who took Clint under his wing and started training him with the bow. Now, this is the limited series of the West Coast Avengers before the 102 issue run. And I'll just show you a few covers that are kind of cool. On this cover, it has the basic team. Iron Man, Wonder Man, Tigra, Mockingbird, and Hawkeye. There's a neat cover. I'm just showing you the four in the first part of the series. Giving you a little look at the book. And this is the first issue of the West Coast Avengers. Hawkeye's first appearance in comic books was in Tales of Suspense number 57, created by Stan Lee and artist Don Heck in 1964. Hawkeye joined the Avengers in issue 16, 1965. For a time, Hawkeye was Goliath, using Hank Pym's Pym particles to become humongous and strong and all the stuff that Goliath did. But he went back to being Hawkeye. Later, he joined S.H.I.E.L.D. when recruited by Nick Fury and became a leading agent. He fell in love with and married Agent 19, Bobby Morse. We know best as Mockingbird. They divorced but never stopped loving each other. She was killed by Mephisto's energy blast that was meant for Hawkeye. So I'm going to show you a few covers. Hawkeye's very acrobatic. He's excellent at martial arts. He hardly misses with a bow or never misses. Here's a good picture of him and Mockingbird together. They fought many battles side by side. And this is issue 100 of West Coast Avengers. This is where Mockingbird meets her death. In here, they're escaping from them, and everybody got out except the Scarlet Witch. And Mockingbird and Hawkeye jump back in to save the Scarlet Witch. But what happens is there's an energy blast from Mephisto, and it was aimed toward Hawkeye, but Mockingbird takes the blast and saves Hawkeye's life. But in doing so, she perishes. And they love each other. And Clint Barton just about loses his mind. And all the other West Coast Avengers are around. It's a tragic opera. But after that, Hawkeye is mean and mad. You know, everything's gone wrong. They broke up the West Coast Avengers. His woman dies. And he goes as far north as he can to get away from everybody. But while up there, he runs into an evil villain. I can't remember her name. and she's mutating this little creature here who Clinton saves and befriends. It's like a dog wolf, everything mixed together. And they go on to defeat the villainous. Now Hawkeye was in the Avengers, the West Coast Avengers. He really didn't have a book until the West Coast Avengers, which he led them. But he's had a ton of miniseries. Here's the Hawkeye one I showed you before, a painted cover. And here's an excellent cover. I like the artwork on that. Here's a classic cover. Got one in the bow and one ready to go. Now Hawkeye's my top, he's the one in my top 5 superheroes. And they always paint him with trick arrows and flying through the air, upside down like an acrobat. Here's Avengers Solo. And he just, there he's upside down again. And he's always saving some citizen, some do-gooder. But I think this gal is the one that was in the Marvel movie. Not sure about that. And everybody's got them in their sights, but that doesn't bother Clint Barton because he never misses. Hopefully they do. And here's a modern rendition with high-tech glasses, and he's having a problem losing his hearing, and all the superheroes are powerful, but they're still human and they go through problems. Here's a great cover. Kind of reminds me of Batman on the rooftop or Spider-Man. The Hulk's got his back in this one. I'll leave this one up here because this is one of my favorites of the covers I'm showing you, and give you a little more info. First appearance, like Tales of Suspense, where so many other heroes and villains first appeared. Number 57, 1964, Stan Lee and Don Heck were the creative artists. And I just wanted to leave that up there for a while. I probably said that stuff already. But that's a great cover. I just love the silhouetted sunset, orange and yellows. He's got a couple of arrows off in midair. You know, that's your typical. Here's one where it's not doing too good in that one. I read these a long time ago and I can't remember the plots, but I like the covers. And here's a very stoic kind of cover. And we'll finish up with this cover. Earth's Mightiest Marksman, Avenger. So, as you can see, he's had many limited series, and he was the team leader in the West Coast Avengers, and hero all the way, and going through the ups and downs of life and the dangers of being a superhero in a world that always needs superheroes. So with that, I'll leave you and say have a great day and enjoy your comic book collecting.